I don't have direct access to the full context or source of the script you're referencing, so I'll need some clarification to deliver exactly what you're asking for. It sounds like you're referring to a detailed narrative or commentary about the Kansas City Chiefs' recent roster moves, their upcoming international game in Brazil, and the human stories behind players like B.J. Thompson and Blake Lynch. You've provided a compelling excerpt, but you mentioned a big script, and I'm not sure if you want me to rewrite or polish the provided text into a more structured script, e.g., for a video, podcast, or article. Expand on the provided text to create a longer, more detailed version covering the same topics. Create a new script inspired by the themes, Chiefs roster decisions, global game, player stories, but in my own words. Reproduce a specific existing script from a source I'd need to search for or verify. Since you asked to write this big script and provided a detailed excerpt, I'll assume you want me to craft a polished, extended version of the narrative you shared, formatted as a script for a sports commentary video or podcast, keeping the tone engaging and dramatic while incorporating the key points about the Chiefs' roster moves, the Brazil game, and the human element. If you meant something else, please clarify, and I'll adjust accordingly. I'll also ensure the script feels complete and flows naturally, adding some context where needed to make it a standalone piece. Chiefs at the crossroads, hard choices, global stages, and unbreakable spirit. Sometimes, even the mightiest dynasties face moments that test their core. Success. It's intoxicating. But it comes with a price paid in tough calls, quiet sacrifices, and stories that don't always end in glory. In the NFL, where dreams crash into brutal reality, there's no room for sentiment. Behind every jersey number is a story. And today, the Kansas City Chiefs stand at a crossroads, forced to make decisions that echo far beyond the field. The NFL calendar doesn't wait for anyone. As the draft fades and training camps heat up, roster space becomes a battlefield. For the Chiefs, the mission was clear: make room for 16 undrafted free agents, hungry, talented players ready to prove they belong. Sounds simple, right? Not quite. This wasn't about cutting dead weight or waving goodbye to underperformers. This was about cold, hard math. And when the numbers don't add up, even the strongest teams have to make uncomfortable choices. Enter B.J. Thompson, a defensive end with a story heavier than most. Last June, during a routine special teams meeting at the Chiefs facility, disaster struck. Thompson suffered a seizure and went into cardiac arrest, right there, in the heart of the team's home. Since that day, he's been on the non-football illness list, fighting a battle no playbook could prepare him for. Thompson's time on the field was brief, one game in his rookie year. But don't let that fool you. In that single game, he delivered 25 defensive snaps, 22 on special teams, and 6 tackles that showed he could hang with the best. His release wasn't about performance. It was about necessity, a reminder that in pro sports, business and humanity often collide. Then there's Blake Lynch, a linebacker who carved out respectable stints with the Vikings and Chargers before landing in Kansas City. Like Thompson, his release wasn't personal. It was a numbers game. But for players fighting to stay in the league, these moves cut deep. Behind every cut is a dream deferred, a story left unfinished. But while the Chiefs navigate these tough roster decisions, they're also gearing up for something historic. On May 14th, the NFL dropped its schedule, and Kansas City didn't just get dates and opponents, they got a global stage. Week 1, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs won't be at Arrowhead. They won't even be in the U.S. They're headed to Sao Paulo, Brazil, to face the Los Angeles Chargers in a primetime showdown streamed exclusively on YouTube. This isn't just a game. It's a headline. The Chiefs will become the only NFL team to play regular season games in 4 different countries, a stat that cements their status not just as a football team, but as an international brand. This AFC West clash isn't just about bragging rights. It's about setting the tone under foreign lights, in a city where football is still a new language. But not everyone's thrilled about the trip. On the latest episode of New Heights, Travis Kelce and his brother Jason didn't mince words. Travis, no stranger to brutal conditions after playing in Jacksonville's sweltering heat, had one word for the Brazil opener: miserable. The humidity in Sao Paulo, close to the equator, could make this one of the most physically grueling games of Kelce's career. Jason didn't help, reminding him the rainforest isn't far. But here's the thing, even as Travis jokes about the sweat and the struggle, there's something poetic about it. The NFL is leaning hard into the Chiefs' global appeal, and Kelce, whether he likes the humidity or not, is the face of it. He summed it up best: "We're gonna find a way to get a win." That's the Chiefs' DNA. Doesn't matter the heat. Doesn't matter the venue. They just win. So, as the Chiefs say goodbye to players like B.J. Thompson and Blake Lynch, and as they prepare to take on the Chargers in a game that'll echo across continents, one thing is clear: this is a team built for the moment. They've faced hard choices, and they'll face tougher ones ahead. But in Kansas City, it's not just about football. It's about resilience, heart, and a relentless drive to keep the dynasty alive, no matter the cost. Stay tuned. The Chiefs' story is far from over.